won tonight, Dennis?
Hell no, we lost, man. We lost. We lost. They let the motherfuckers hang around and play with them, and they wanted to get cute, throw the ball instead of running the fucking clock out. I don't
Yeah.
understand what's up with these offensive coordinators. I'm talking to all offensive coordinators, okay? What is up with y'all wanting to pass the ball? Run the clock out. The clock is your friend. Run the clock out. Run the ball, you take off 30 seconds. You run the ball again, take off another 30 seconds. Run the ball 30 seconds, you took off a minute and a half. But if you pass the ball, you may only take off 15 seconds.
So let me ask you.
Somebody got to catch it.
Let me ask you this. Y'all lost tonight. Bama lost tonight. So where that put y'all in the rank?
USC lost tonight.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah. So who else was a big? Did you say Michigan lost too? Michigan lost.
Missouri lost.
Missouri lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was the upset week, and I was trying not to be part of it.
Lost.
So
I don't like anything about UNLV.
So Bama at what?
I was trying not to be part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Does this move Ohio State to number 1?
No, probably Texas.
Go figure.
Even though Texas is on the block.
I'm not saying they don't. Archie Manning is showing why he's the quarterback.
For right now, till that other one come back.
You take what you can get. High school, college, pros, you do what you can.
That's all you can do. All you can do.
Now, Buck, what's this big old
news? It was good. It was good games on the day. My Phillies lost.
Lost today. I mean, I am so sorry.
I know.
I ain't mad. Hey, listen. No, I'm not mad at it. One thing I know about all my teams play that heart attack ball. All of them. All of them will make you watch the game. Yeah, all of them will make you watch the game to the last minute, just so they can play that heart attack ball.
Dodgers beating the Padres right now.
That's not saying much.
Actually, it is because they were down 3-0 after the first inning. Until
who won the Yankees game?
The Yankees, I believe, took that game by. Oh, actually, I believe they did by 1 run because they're playing Kansas City, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think
they beat up 6-5.
I knew I'd ask the right person because of Kansas City.
You know that.
What a dick move that was.
I'm wearing
Kansas City. Oh yeah, let's ask the guy who's wearing the jersey.
All right, go ahead and start us, Dennis. I'm sharing
welcome
the show
to the Buc Flair Show, ladies and gentlemen. I am the co-host, Dennis Holmes. I am here with Eric, Dead-Eye Statistician. Eric, introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? The Rams fan, but tonight got the KC jersey on and something to drink with me for the show. Be entertained, so y'all know.
What you got drinking there, huh?
A little bit of Coke.
Oh, Coca-Cola?
Yes,
you drinking Coke?
He messing the Jack Daniels.
Who said that was all I was drinking?
See, that's why you acting like that.
First of all, that cat is in heat. You guys send that cat outside.
Right.
So somebody can stretch that cat.
That itch.
10 weeks old.
They're like kittens. That. Why must I chase the cat? Ain't nothing but the dog in me.
You stupid.
What up, Ryan? Talk about dogs. What up, Ryan?
My Georgia Bulldogs won today. Better yet, my Atlanta Falcons beat Tampa Bay. So it's been a good weekend for me, baby.
Oh.
Thanks,
It's been
Buck.
a good weekend for me.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
I'm going to write that. And that's going to be the name of the show. So don't ask me why I named that the name of the show.
What'd you name it?
I'm going to name Talk Years Tuesday. Ryan said it's been a good weekend for me, baby.
Amen.
That's going to be the new TikTok meme.
It's been a good weekend for me.
been a good
Everybody
week
got
for
their
Ron.
picks messed up. Ugh.
And also, Ron, you
What up,
should
what
say
up, OG?
Alabama lost. Alabama lost today too, as well. So
Oh
you should have
yeah.
said that. You should have said that, being a Bama fan.
Yeah, Bama.
No,
Bama.
I'm a Georgia fan.
But I'm just saying, a Bama fan. Like I said, I know Dennis is on this wild ass stream again. I guess you can only pick us up on YouTube. What people have been telling me.
No. I got it on Facebook. I sent it right here to the chat. I thought I'd send it to the chat. I'm sorry about that, sir. It's right here on the chat.
Yeah, I mean, it's on Ravens. It said Ravens Network. I guess YouTube is the only
Nah,
thing.
didn't they think it pops up as well? You gotta make sure you follow us on everything. I need
got one
everybody
thing to
around here that love us. Need y'all to not just follow us on Facebook, but YouTube as well.
Oh yeah,
Because-
but I'm saying the way you do it on Ravens, for some reason last week it didn't share to Facebook. Because if the Ravens, if it's not approved by another group in that Ravens, if it's not approved, then basically they will they don't show it. It'll be like, what's going down, you know what I mean? So what's up, Ernest? Ernest shared it. I don't know why Ernest shared that couch. He either said sit the fuck down with that talk, Eric, or he sent it to the wrong group when he sent that couch photo in the chat. I was like, what's Ernest doing? Sending a couch for $887 and shit. I was like, what did you see that, Dennis?
I got one thing to do. First place.
All right.
In our division.
Oh, we put the ones up like Roman Reigns? Oh shit. I did see my tribal chief today. Well, I seen my tribal chief today. And then I seen Jimmy. Jimmy! Jimmy! I was so hyped to see Jimmy. Man. Buc Flair, how you been, Buc Flair?
You really think Dalton ain't gonna come on? He's still upset.
You see him?
I don't know.
Okay.
He's not even in the comments.
I hope he gets his pick. I hope he gets his picks in. He might be watching. He gets his picks in. I told him.
He might not be commenting.
How about the Bears?
Yeah.
Blah,
all right, let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. I was hoping happy birthday, Tracy, or whatever name is in Chicago. Tressa.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tressa. Today, Tressa, happy birthday, Tressa.
Yeah, and happy birthday birthday to Little Buck. Little Buck turned 15 yesterday on his birthday. So
you must be so proud.
Turned 15. 15. Yeah, he's all excited for that Bucks game in a couple of weeks we're going to. So that was my birthday present to him. I said, well, we're going to go take him to see Bucks on Monday Night Football against them Ravens. I know BJ will be happy when I get down there.
Is your son taller than you yet?
Huh?
Is your boy taller than you yet?
No, my oldest one's he's about 5'11", and the 15-year-old, he's just waiting for his growth spurt to hit. It ain't hit him yet. He's probably 5'8" maybe. Yeah. So he's a freshman. So he should be 6 foot. He's gonna be taller than his older brother, I think. I keep telling him that stuff.
Well, your oldest stopped growing already?
Well, they usually do when they hit about 6. He'll be 18 in February, so they usually start growing between 16 and 18 normally, unless something about it.
Well,
I ain't going to say the Baltimore Christmas. All right, let's get going. I still got my top 5 games. Obviously, my nuts of the week last week, very easy for me. And if he don't hurry up and get his act together, he might not be coaching. Mike McDaniel got an extension, but that Miami performance they did on Monday night, if you end up watching it, it was horrible. Horrible.
That was a disgrace to watch.
Horrible game plan, horrible everything. I mean, trying to line up Tyreek Hill in the backfield, Huntley was just not the answer. And then the sad thing about it is that they got New England this week, and I actually kind of wanted to see how they're going to come out and play against the Patriots because, hell, who knows what team's going to show up because all the rumors about Tyreek, he ain't going to get traded. He got too much money involved in Miami. So, there's so much drama.
I got to say that, Buc Flair, it's a rumor. Me and Dennis have been talking about it for the last month. They might be going after the quarterback in Carolina.
Well, Bryce Young.
Yep. They might be going after him. So
he's at Alabama. I mean, they're gonna have to give up a number one. They're gonna have to give up a number one draft pick if they want to do it.
They ain't giving up no number one for a guy that the Panthers gave up on. Ain't no way in hell. If the Panthers get a number one pick for Bryce Young, they have just swindled whoever. All right.
mm-hmm.
When I always say it's a sucker born every day, they suckered the shit out of somebody if they get a number one pick for Bryce Young. If they get a number two pick, I still believe they swindle somebody.
You know what?
If they get a first round or a second round, I believe
they could have went after Trey Lance. They could have traded a third or fourth round for Trey Lance. I mean, they could have really bounced around and went after Carson Wentz if they really wanted to push the issue and get Carson Wentz down there. I mean, Jameis Winston. I mean, hell, if they want to push the issue, that's why I'm saying a coach like Mike McDaniel with the talent you have on offense, Tua with a concussion, you should be able to trade with somebody to get you a quarterback. You know what I mean? You got to get somebody. You just can't sit back and think
it go back to what we were talking about last week. Is they that good or is they go up against bad teams?
I'm gonna see why Buc Flair say he should be fired, because you had the guy Skylar Thompson with you for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. So he should know the offense. Mm-hmm. He should know the offense well enough. You know what I mean? Maybe he can't get you 30, 20 points a game, but he should be able to get you 14. You don't really like you get 14.
He got 3 points and he got hurt against the Seahawks, and that Seahawks had all them injuries on defense. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, this is what I keep telling everybody. Keeps telling me they gave Mike McDaniel an extension. Guess what? He fired Brian Flores with a winning record too, as well. That's the kind of owner you're dealing with. See what I'm saying? That's the kind of owner you're dealing with.
Crazy how the NFL world works, ain't it?
Well, let's get rolling here. Let's start out with a game which is Dennis's lock of the week. I don't know why Dennis made his lock of the week, but he made it his lock of the week. Dennis picked the Chicago Bears over the Carolina Panthers. Dennis, what you got in this game?
Well, the Bears are at home.
Yep.
I believe in that defense.
Yep.
And I will see them winning against the Carolina Panthers. So now this game will be tricky icky. Let me just say this will be one of the tricky icky games. But I'm going to see the final score being 17-24.
17-24. And DJ Moore, don't forget DJ Moore. This is his revenge game. Mm-hmm. For the Bears. Yep, he's another revenge game for the Bears and stuff. All right, Deadeye, Chicago and Carolina.
Well, after what I saw Chicago do against the Rams, I think Chicago has a very strong chance again on this one. I don't like how, the Rams played, but Chicago held up their own, and like Dennis said, they're at home. I don't see it being high scoring. I see it being kind of close. I've got Chicago 21-17.
21-7. How about you, Ron?
I got Chicago in this one. I think DJ Moore, I'm with Dennis on this. DJ Moore is going to have a field day. And I could see 37-17.
37-17. I like that score because Buc Flair has it 31-17 over Carolina too as well. I like this. I like the Bears defense in this ball game. I picked them up in fantasy. Shout out to Dennis Holmes. I hope he gets a victory in fantasy football soon. He fell to 0-4 this past week. But I know you got it in you. I know you got it in you, son. You got it in you. I told you when you play with the big boys,
you gotta win out.
Sometimes you gotta get rolling. You know what I mean?
Don't matter. It's all right.
He said, "Don't matter. It's all right."
Yeah. For some reason, them Yahoo fantasies, man, I'm not good at them at all.
Okay. Next game I'm going to go to is I'm going to keep it simple. 49ers in Arizona. I don't think there's any way in hell Arizona can win, but Deadeye, what you got in this ball game?
After seeing what Washington just did to Arizona, Arizona's just they're a train wreck on both sides. It's just not. There's no chemistry right now on either side of the football. San Fran, even without Christian McCaffrey, they're still playing strong defense. They're still putting up some numbers. I've got San Francisco kind of in a blowout on this one, 31-10.
And who
There
did
goes
Arizona
D-Man.
beat?
There goes D-Man
Wait a
right
minute.
there in the comments. There goes D-Man.
Wait a minute. Who did Arizona beat this season?
That be
They beat the Rams.
the Rams.
You talk all that shit about Arizona. Did they beat the Rams this season?
I know. I said even if the Rams didn't win, didn't I say I was going to be here? Yes or no?
You did. You did say that.
Thank you. So yes, I got San Fran.
All that shit about Arizona is what I'm getting at. Then all of a sudden it's just like, you know, so they ain't that bad of a team. They just playing a Washington team that's hot right now. Dennis, what you got? Arizona and 49ers.
I'm taking Arizona to win this game because I've seen the 49ers gave up a late lead to the Rams, who ain't have a lot of weapons. So the division games, you know, they play a lot harder with division games. I'm taking Arizona, you know, the former NFC East Arizona Cardinals. You understand what I'm saying? The people don't know that. Yeah, people don't know that, Buc Flair. They don't know that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna take them to win this game. Now I'm gonna go 24-20.
24-20. That's like an upset special right there. Dennis is taking
them. I might have to howl. Wait a minute, hold up. I might be howling. Hold on.
You might be howling. Ron, what you got?
You're not howling. Nah.
Oh shit.
I'm with you, Phil.
Uh-oh. He's with us. You taking
I got Arizona winning.
Wow.
Because this gonna be a breakout game for the rookie wide receiver.
Maserati Marv. Jay Will, what up, Jay Will?
In San Fran. Oh well, yeah.
Marvin Hampton Jr. I don't see no corner on the 49ers to stick with that man.
Okay. So you got how much Arizona gonna win?
What didn't it say?
24-20. You taking Arizona?
Yep.
Jay Will. For some reason, Jay Will topped up in the comments, and like I said, it's crazy how that happens sometimes. Because Ron used to pop in every time we talked about the Falcons, but Jay Will popped up.
It's so true.
I am taking D-Man's taking the Cardinals upset special 23-17.
Well, you know he's a new Cardinals fan this year.
That's right. I am taking the 49ers to win. I'm looking for the running back to have a good game, and this could be an IU spot in this game. You know, so you know the Arizona showcased some stuff on offense, and I think Shanahan will take advantage of it. 30-19. I got them beating Arizona 30-19. Next game we're going to go to is, let's see. Seattle and the New York Giants. Let's get this one out of the way. The bad news
we all taking Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle to win this by 2 touchdowns, 31-17.
31-17. Okay, what you got, Eric? And I will say this. Malik Neighbors is not playing, the NFC Rookie of the Year. And what do you call it? Devin Singletary is not playing this ball game too as well. So you talk about putting your ass on the back. And Seattle's still without a couple of their starters on defense, I think. But anyway, go ahead, Dad. What you got, Seattle?
The Giants just same problems as usual. Seattle's looking very promising this year. 28-10.
28-10. How about you, Ron?
Seattle, I don't believe in the Giants. I thought Brian Burns was going to show up by now, but so I'm going with Seattle.
I told you about that goddamn Brian. Did I tell you? Y'all like, you know what y'all like? Y'all like that. Y'all like to be window shopping. That's what's wrong with y'all.
I got Seattle winning the ball game 30-9. I don't think the Giants can score a touchdown in this ball game unless it's a kickoff return or some shit like that. But I got Seattle winning 30-9.
Seattle got like they still got 4 players on injury, don't they? On defense.
Leonard Williams is gonna play. The only one that's not gonna play, I think,
is
the rookie defensive tackle and both linebackers. Tyler Lockett's probably not gonna play, from what I heard. Tyler Lockett might not be playing. So yeah.
The big cat used to play for the Giants.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he's back. He's back this week in limited participation. They said so.
Yeah. And Geno Smith used to also play for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
He played for the Jets, didn't he?
He played for the Giants. He played for the Giants too.
Yeah, he was the backup.
He was a
Back
backup.
up to
Okay.
Eli.
Right.
All right.
They
Next
started
game
in
we're
one
going
game.
to
That's
do.
up
Let's
Eli
just
Street.
Cleveland and Washington. Cleveland, Washington. Interesting ball game here, Dennis. Cleveland and Washington. This was a tough game for me too. Dennis, who you got here?
You know what? Buc Flair, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna say. I don't see the I don't see the Cleveland Browns losing to our whole division. All right? This is what I told everybody. I just don't see it. They play Washington this week. They play the Eagles next week. All right? I do not see them losing to the whole division. They lost to the Giants, lost to the Cowboys already. I don't see it happening. I'm taking the Dogs, Cleveland Browns, to beat the Washington Commanders. My old defensive coordinator is going to expose this phenomenal rookie quarterback that everybody's so in love with. He's going to expose him. You'll see.
Okay. Ron.
I hate to say this. Dang it. I'm going with Washington. I don't believe in Deshaun Watson no more. I don't believe in that top 5 or top 10 defense that the Cleveland somehow supposed to have. I don't believe in a secondary. So I got Washington. Fuck it. 20-17.
2017. Okay. Deadeye, what you got here?
Personally, because it's an NFC East versus AFC North, it's not really my area to say who's the better team. But after watching Washington, defense against Arizona, Washington's going to make a name for themselves, and I don't see this being any different. But I do think it's going to be a closer game than some people might anticipate. I've got Washington in this game 24-18.
24-18. And I researched this shit because of Kingsbury's offense going against Jim Schwartz or whatever. When he was defensive coordinator and he was the head coach of Arizona, he put up some points. But Stefanski, when he was with Cleveland, he put up points against Dan Quinn's defense. So he put up 49 points one time against Dan Quinn's defense. So this to me could be Cleveland hasn't allowed over 20 points this season, I think, on defense, which is, they're 1-3, but they haven't given up a lot of points. But this Washington team is hot right now. So I'm going to roll with a hot team. And I'm going to take Washington to win 31-23. 31-23 over the Browns. I think it could be higher than that, but 31-23 is what I got. Next, let's go to the ugly game of the week. It's the ugly game of the week, and I could care less. Miami and New England. They play. Yeah. Anyway, Dennis, what you got here, man? And by the way, Miami does have a bye next week. You know how I feel about teams that have a bye the following week. But go ahead, Dennis. What you got?
Yeah, that don't mean shit. We had a bye, got blown out by y'all. That don't mean shit. I learned that lesson.
I thought Miami been on bye. Shit.
I'm taking New England. Is it New England?
It's in New England.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking New England to win this game 15-9.
15-9.
This will be a no touchdown game.
No touchdown game. 15-9. You think we might see a May sighting yet, or you think they're gonna stick with Jacoby if something goes right down with this game?
No, they're gonna stick with Jacoby. They ain't gonna bring May in until probably the last 2 games of the season. They're gonna slowly.
All right, Dad. What you got this game? You got Miami and New England.
Before I give my answer, did you say Cleveland hadn't allowed 20 points?
21 points or more, I think, this season.
Yes, they have.
Cowboys. I think the Cowboys might have had 20 something or whatever. I know that
they lost to Dallas 33-17, New York 21-15, Las Vegas 20-6.
Hold up, the Dallas situation that wasn't all offense.
I know
that was special teams as well.
Yeah. So I mean, they gave up a pick 6 and all that bullshit. Yeah. So I mean,
if you're going by, I'm going by total points. My apologies. Yeah. Okay then. For this particular game, I don't like. This is an AFC East matchup, and I think this is one of those crucial kind of games only because with the NFL trade deadline, a lot of people can be moving around, and I think Miami wants to bounce back after that horrible display of offense and defense that they put against Tennessee. That was pathetic. I think this is a good bounce back, and I think if Tyreek Hill wants to shut up the naysayers, he's going to have a hell of a game. I did take Miami in this. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I got Miami 21-13.
21-13. He's taking Miami. All right, Ryan, who you got?
I got the Patriots.
Okay.
I hate saying that shit.
Right.
It tastes like vinegar. 21-17.
21-17. And I actually am taking the Patriots myself because I like the team that has a 10-day rest playing again against a team that only has a 6-day rest.
Yeah.
So I think
wolf here. Okay.
Yeah. So I am taking you are the lone wolf here.
No, I'm looking at the
Dennis
comments, and other people are some people are taking the Dolphins too.
Oh yeah. Ricky took the Dolphins too as well. But 26-17, I'm taking New England to win that ball game.
All right.
I'm taking them to win it. And then let's see. Oh boy, this is a tough game right here. You know what?
No, you're not. Hey, hold on. Eric, you're the lone wolf on the panel.
Okay,
that's
what Yeah. On the panel, I'm the lone wolf. In the comments, I'm seeing it like other people. Yes. But yeah, I'm the lone wolf right here, guys.
You got a howl.
You got a howl now.
You got a howl.
You got a howl.
You got a howl. Oh,
how?
Come on. Yeah.
Woo!
There you go. Don't get them cats. Don't get them cats jealous.
I got a surprise for you. Remember that I told you got a surprise for you tonight on the show. I got a surprise for you.
Hey, dog. Why you not on the show, dog?
Oh shit.
It's Eric's favorite score. How? He said how. All right. Let's go to man, I tell you what, this was a game that I really have been scratching my head on. I almost put it in my top 5, but I couldn't do it. Indy and the Jaguars.
Okay, that's definitely not a top 5 game.
Jaguars, of course, are 0-4.
It is a top 5 game.
Indy
is a top 5 game.
Indy is 2-2.
And Jacksonville's still favored.
And
there's no Anthony Richardson.
The Colts
there's no Jonathan Taylor.
The Colts have not won in Jacksonville since 2014.
That's sad.
They playing in Jacksonville?
They are. 10 o'clock. 1 o'clock Eastern.
Jonathan Taylor's not playing this ball game, and I got a feeling, and that's how I'm going to look at this game. Anthony Richardson, I don't think he's playing either. I think Joe Flacco is actually going to start for the Colts, which makes him more deadly, in my opinion, than Anthony Richardson would be this game, because he's more of a runner and scammer, where Flacco is more of a pocket passer, and he knows how to fucking pass against this defense, because this guy that plays the defense coordinator is from the Falcons last year, and he's really one of the reasons why the Jaguars, besides Trevor Lawrence not having his tight end, not having a running game, Doug Peterson, they say could get fired this game. This could be Doug Peterson's last game.
That's what I was going to ask you. Will he get fired if they lose the game?
This is what they're saying down in Jacksonville right now. Of course, Ada Cruz has been ghost. But anyway,
I don't see a problem with it.
So Dennis, what you got here, man? Jacksonville and Indiana.
I'm going. All right, this is. You got to explain to people why it was going to be a top 5 game. Did we explain that to people why it was going to be a top 5 game? I don't think people know our history of Jacksonville and the Colts. That's the thing.
You talked about, how we always talk about Duval and the London Jaguars and all that stuff, and they always came back to bite you in the ass. And only you and I was the only ones that took Jacksonville to beat the Colts to knock them out of the playoffs when they had Carson Wentz there.
Yeah, and remember, and Guru was like, "Y'all are crazy," thinking that Jacksonville was going to beat the Colts. I said, "Okay, I said, Guru, you don't understand. We already know. We've been bitten the ass already by this. We ain't fucking around with them no more. We fucking around with them no more. We are taking Jacksonville to beat the Colts. So for Jacksonville's first win of the season, for Duval's first win of the season, they will beat the Indianapolis Colts with Joe Flacco starting at quarterback. Wow. So that way I ain't got to hear this shit on Wild Wednesday. That's right. I'm taking Jacksonville to win this game 20-17. Heartbreaking thriller right there in Duval.
Woo! Taking the Jags to win 20-17.
Where's D-Man at? D-Man, why are you not on the show, D-Man?
I'm
fuck
trying
that
to get
Duval shit.
He said
fuck that Duval shit. I'm taking the Colts.
You taking the Colts?
I'm taking the Colts. The same score he got.
20-17. He's taking the Colts to win. Dennis took the damn Jaguars, man. He called him. Are you gonna call him Duval? Or are you gonna call him the London Jaguars?
I said Duval. I didn't say nothing else. Okay. You ain't. Yeah, I see you try to push that bad look on me. Duval. I'm trying to listen. I'm actually this year. I'm trying to stay within the top 15 in pickems this year. So I'm trying.
Okay, Eric. All right, Eric, what you got, man?
This is kind of tricky only because when you brought up that Jacksonville hasn't won, Indy hasn't won since 2014. And I was looking through a couple of stats to see how bad it's been for Indianapolis. They're a train wreck in Jacksonville. The last time, the score of that game when they last won in Jacksonville, September 21st of 2014, they went into Jacksonville and won 44-17. But because their track record is so bad, I know a lot of people are going with Jacksonville. But I do not trust Trevor Lawrence right now. I do not trust that offensive line protecting him. I do not trust their defense. They have given up a lot of points this year. I'm going Indianapolis, taking one for the first time in 10 years, 28-17.
Listen, I trust all that bad food that they selling at that stadium. I trust the people that's stealing from that stadium. All right. I trust the Duval. I trust the Duval County. I trust their horrible owner that also got AEW. All right. I'm just letting you know everything I do trust. I trust all that. All right. I trust Josh Hines Allen or Allen Hines, however. I trust him.
He's out.
Oh shit.
He's out.
Wait a minute. Do you still trust them?
I ain't got. I don't trust. I don't. Hold up. I don't trust Walker.
Yeah.
I don't trust Walker.
I think he's not playing. I think the Colts have a lot of injuries themselves, but the only thing I'll say about this game is I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna say this right here. If Flacco starts for the Colts, I'm taking the old man. Josh Downs and him have a connection like Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers right now because they was able to beat that Steelers defense with Joe Flacco in there. And
Flacco might be starting.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It ain't no might be. He is there.
He's not listed on the injury report.
If Flacco starts, I'm going to take the Colts. However, if Anthony Richardson starts, I'm going to take the Jaguars. I just don't think Anthony Richardson has the game to beat the Jaguars. But this game is going to be 30-20 Colts. Flacco plays. It's going to be 30-20 Jaguars if Anthony Richardson plays. That's the way I look at it. Both teams are banged
has been
up.
listed as doubtful.
He's doubtful?
Correct.
So more than likely, that's why I'm taking the Flacco. I think Flacco's going to get in there. Old man's going to ball. Everybody's expecting Jaguars to win this ball game because they have to. I hate to say it, but something just happened down there. That man has lost 7 straight, 9, 10, 11 straight games now. Lawrence has 11 straight games.
Yeah, Jacksonville's also banged up on defense.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware how many defensive players that were questionable.
Yeah.
But it's October. It's October in Duval, and they do things a little different down there in October. At least that's what I'm hoping. So I'm gonna bank on that. Not to mention Jimmy came back today. Jimmy!
Little Jimmy! Sorry.
Jimmy.
Okay, this game did not make my top 5 game of the week, and we are talking about Monday Night Football.
You can't be serious.
Kansas City Chiefs and New Orleans Saints. It did not make my top 5 game.
Wow, Buck.
Wow. I got to hear this.
Wow, Buck.
Is Taysom Hill ain't playing?
Huh?
No, he might be injured.
He apparently got fractured ribs again.
Right.
So
why did not in the top 5, Buc Flair? I got to know this one.
Because it's the Chiefs.
Why?
It's in Kansas City on a Monday Night Football. The Saints are wearing their black helmets, and they haven't won a game when they wear their black helmets. Derek Carr is 3-14 lifetime against Kansas City for one. So I would not trust Derek Carr against Kansas City in my lifetime in this ball game. However, Kansas City is going to have to showcase their new Xavier Worthy. And also the Chiefs have a bye next week. That's another reason why they got a bye. Andy Reid's pretty good coming off a bye and when they go on a bye. So
I got you.
Yeah. All right, Dennis, what you got here? Saints and the Chiefs. What you got?
You know what? The Saints been punched in the mouth the last 2 weeks. You know what? I got the Saints winning this game and actually smacking the shit out of the Chiefs. I do. I got them smacking the shit out of them.
Are you for real?
In
Kansas City.
Hey. Somebody say we've been drunk.
Let me get a beer. Hold on a minute. Let me get a beer on that.
Oh my God. You know what? I can't fault Dennis because I like his confidence while he was saying it. I gotta respect that.
You sure about this?
No. I don't agree with what he said, but I respect how confidently he said it. I respect that. I disagree with it, but I respect how he said it. I'll give him credit for saying it, but I disagree 100%.
I know.
Yeah, I had to get 2 beers, Dennis. Keep talking.
Buc Flair said perfect. I gotta get
How bad the Saints are winning? How they gonna win?
What?
Saints will win this game 35-21.
35-21. Saints. Ron, what you got? And I don't even think you can say Saints coming out your mouth.
No, I can't. I can't. You know me very well, Buc Flair.
That's right. You talking about that 2-1-1 still reserved last week. Woo-wee, that hit hard. That hit hard on Sunday.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, we got to start doing malt liquor night on a night that ain't nothing else the next day. That's what we got to start doing. We got to start having it on Friday night.
I had to go to work. I had to go to work next day. I was out watching game all day long Sunday. Go ahead, Dennis. Go ahead, Ron, go ahead.
I got Kansas City. Let me see. 37-17.
37-17. He's taking the Chiefs in a blowout on Monday Night Football.
A blowout.
Deadeye. What you got?
Oh, wow. This is going to be fun. Normally in a situation involving New Orleans, if they weren't playing Kansas City, I would select New Orleans. And people know I'm a fan of Taysom Hill. Very underrated, especially because when he was quarterback, who actually had a winning record for a guy who's not designated as a quarterback, but because he's out, that's actually going to hurt New Orleans a lot. And it has showed in the past when they don't have Hill, their offense is not as consistent. But being in Kansas City, and keep in mind, the last time New Orleans won in Kansas City, you got to go all the way back to 2008, 16 years ago. Mm-hmm. Well, that's a long time.
I got a 16-year-old daughter, so hell, shit happen.
Yeah, ain't that true?
This why I took.
How bad they gonna win? How bad they gonna win, Eric? I need to know.
If everything goes right and they actually can have a good offense from start to finish, I see this also as a blowout. I've got Kansas City winning 35-14.
35-14, and I am taking the Chiefs to win 26-17 over the Saints. I'll give them a little bit of credit.
Close.
Yeah, but I mean, I did like the black helmets. The Saints got the black helmets. This check them out. They got the black helmets. They look pretty cool, because I always think the uniforms are ugly as hell. Then they wear that all black shit, and then they wear that yellow and gold shit. Then they got the black helmets game.
Hey, didn't they wear that gold and yellow against your Bucks?
I don't know, man. I don't like them uniforms. I can't stand them uniforms.
I could have sworn they wore them in
Tampa. Then they played San Fran again. Last time they went there, they blew San Fran out.
They not in black helmets. They ain't one of them black helmets.
Kansas City. Kansas City. They said nobody has put up 30 points on Kansas City yet this year. So
No, that
if
defense
they
is
put
still
up 35,
tough.
if they put
One
up
reason why,
35, ain't nobody
like I
gonna
said,
take
the reason why I didn't make my top 5 games is because one, they playing in Kansas City, so we all know what that means. It's Kansas City Ref Chiefs. The Kansas City Ref Chiefs.
I'm surprised you didn't take Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift will be up in the crowd. They'll be up in the crowd. So they'll be up in the crowd.
Got to do the tomahawk. Got the tomahawk.
They got tomahawk.
I surprised you did not say this. They've been having some offensive line problem. New Orleans. They've been having.
This I'm one game away from my top 5 games of the week.
I already know what's coming.
And this actually was my lock of the week. It was going to be in my top 5 game, but it did not make it for reasons why. Broncos and Raiders. It did not make my top 5 game of the week. But this is my lock of the week, and this is my blowout game of the week. Besides the Seattle and Giants, but this is my blowout game.
Who y'all think he taking for a blowout?
The Raiders.
No.
Who you think he's taking dead?
He's gonna take Denver.
I am taking the Broncos. In honor of Randy Gradishaw. Randy Gradishaw. They are having a big service for Randy Gradishaw. They're in Denver. So the Orange Crush, all them old Denver Broncos will be there. This is what I didn't like about Tampa. Now, if I knew Matt Ryan was going to have his little thing going on in Atlanta, I might have snuck around and took Atlanta no matter what in that game. But it's another thing for Denver.
I took Atlanta. I know you did. I know you was ready to laugh on me. I know you was ready to laugh at me this week. Like, Dennis, you gotta get your Thursday games together. I know you was ready to say that.
I got Denver winning an old-fashioned 27-10 whooping on the Raiders. And I'll give you a stat here. The Raiders have beat the Broncos 8 straight times.
Dang.
8 straight times. That's how long it's been since the Broncos have beat the Raiders. I didn't realize that. But yeah, 8 straight times. So, Dennis, with that being said, what you got this game?
Yeah, I'm riding with you. I'm taking the Broncos. I don't think it's going to be no blowout. So I'm just going to take the Broncos and win this game 17-10 Broncos.
17-10 Broncos.
I don't know, though. You know when there's controversy on it, there's a little bit too much controversy on it. The Raiders love controversy. It's the only time they know how to play is when it's controversy. That's why I ain't want to mess with that game.
All right, what you got, Ron? What you got here?
I don't trust Sean Payton in this game whatsoever. I got the Raiders.
I don't like him anyway.
You got the Raiders. All right, what you got?
20-17.
20-17. All right, Eric.
Oh, this is interesting. Another AFC West matchup. Mm-hmm. And just concluding on what you said, Buck, you're right. The last time Denver beat the Raiders is when they were still in Oakland. They have not beaten them since they moved to Las Vegas. Now, being that this game is in Denver, I like the fact that despite Sean Payton being the head coach, I do not trust him whatsoever. Denver has been very surprising, and, I like this matchup. Not going to be as big of a blowout as some people could, speculate it to be, but I've got Denver getting this game 30-15.
30-15. Bo Nix and company putting up some points this week, but Vance Joseph defense, he got them boys playing some defense, man. Them boys are playing some ball on defense, man. To shut down Tampa to 7, to shut down the Jets to 9. He got them playing some defense. I'm telling you, you talk about shutting down Rodgers and Baker and stuff. So they got me on this week. I got the Broncos in my lock. I can't probably take them no more. This is the week I got to do it. So I had to take the Broncos as my lock of the week. Going to top 5 games of the week. Number 5, Dead-Eye Surprise Game. The Packers and the Rams made my top 5 games of the week. Packers and Rams. Eric, explain to America how your team is going to play against these Packers here.
We'll be here all night for that one. As I'm sure you guys have noticed, outside of the win against San Francisco, the Rams have just lacked so much. No Cooper Kupp, no Puka Nacua, no more Aaron Donald. The defense is just not where it needs to be. The offensive line is not protecting Stafford. He is not getting rid of the ball, and it showed last week against Chicago. It showed against the Cardinals. Yeah, you had your one win with San Fran, but other than that, like, the whole season has just been a train wreck. And unless they figure it out without their all-star weapons, I picked the Rams in this game. I hope they will win. Last time we played Green Bay, we lost. So, hopefully looking for something different. But if they cannot protect Stafford and he cannot find his receivers, and if Kyron Williams is not going to have a breakout game on the ground, this is going to be a very long day for the Rams. But in the end, I see them winning by a field goal, 27-24.
27-24. He's taking the Rams. Dennis, out there in the smoke cloud, looking like Jesus tonight. What you got going down? Rams and Packers. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna take the Packers to win. Packers win this game.
Okay.
Packers win this game 28-21 Packers.
28-21 Packers.
Man, two former head coaches that like
I
each
know
other.
you got me thinking, Dennis. You got me thinking. You've been talking a lot of shit recently about something, but you got me thinking. Ryan, what you got?
The Rams got more holes in their defense than a female at the
Fucking hell. Jeez, Ron. What the fuck? Man. I mean, really? I know the Rams are bad, but bro, damn.
I think the Green Bay 27-22.
Fucking Rams are gonna need fucking adult chaperoning after this game. If you're going like that.
Well, I'm gonna tell Eric something. This is your surprise right here.
Okay, I can't wait to hear this.
The Packers and the Rams. Did you know that Matt LaFleur has never lost to Sean McVay? He is 4-0 against the Rams. So you know what that means? You know what that means? You got the daddy and the son finally coming to a head. You got a lot of Packers fans going to fill up your stadium.
No kidding.
A lot of Green Bay fans in there. But
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cheesehead.
Dennis has hit the nail on the coffin. He's saying Malik Willis was 2-0, and you went with Jordan Love. And he looked good last week in the fourth quarter. He didn't look good in the first three quarters. And that knee is still not healthy. I'm gonna tell you something. That knee is still not healthy. And the Rams, Matt Stafford, he knows the Packers. He was with Detroit for a long time.
Yep.
I am taking your Rams as my upset special this week.
What?
With all the drama, with all the controversy, and your Kyron Williams guy is going to help me pull through with Matt Stafford. I'm going to say his name one more time. Jordan Whittington. If you don't have this guy in fantasy yet, watch what he does with this Packers defense this week. And it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be up there. 38-34.
Jeez.
Rams pull off the upset over the Packers. That's my upset special.
That was the big news I've been waiting for all day.
Yes, because there's no way in hell the Rams are going to win.
Goddamn fucking Buck. Fucking Buck, I mean. Yeah, Rams everybody know they ain't gonna fucking win.
I am taking them for you. I am taking them for Dennis. I am taking them for.
Well, how fucking generous of you, Buck.
I'm taking them for the Vikings. I'm taking them for the Lions. I'm taking them for the Bears. I am taking them. You know what I mean? I am taking them.
Great pick, Buck. Wow, I feel the love and support all the way from Tampa Bay.
Oh, shit. He's not in Tampa Bay.
Buc
He's in
Flair
Minnesota.
ain't shit, boy.
Shit.
Boy, Buc Flair, you ain't shit.
But anyway, my
Man.
number 4 game of the week, we're gonna have to get to bed and get up early to watch it. It's over in London. It's Jets and the Vikings. That was my number 4 game of the week. Aaron Rodgers gets to face his old nemesis, the Vikings. Dennis, what you got this ball game?
Listen, I know I got to do it just because I am who I am. But Aaron Rodgers on controversial weeks usually show up better the next week. Taking the Jets to upset the Vikings in this game.
Okay.
Jets to win this game 24-21.
Jets are gonna win 24 in the first time. Dennis is finally win against me.
First time.
Always on. He been with
I was
Vikings.
on the Vikings bandwagon.
He was
I
on
know
the.
Aaron
He was
Rodgers.
on there with the 49ers. He was on there with the 49ers. He
Yeah.
was on there with the
Stolen.
Texans. He was on there with the Texans. He was on there with the Giants.
Yeah,
He
I
was
was
on there
stolen.
with the Packers. He got on there with the Packers, but all of a sudden, got controversy. He's gonna take Aaron Rodgers and break.
Aaron Rodgers loves controversy, but
break Steph's heart. You're gonna break Steph's heart in the morning.
that's all right. It's only one time. It's the first time all year I broke a heart. It's all right.
Okay. All right. So you're taking the Jets to win. Ron, what you got here?
I take you Minnesota.
You still recording your ass, BJ. Don't be stealing my shit. Don't you start taking my shit.
Now, Sam Darnold did play for the Jets. This is an organization that he really despises. But go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I know that.
Then payback.
Payback.
So 27-15.
All right, Deadeye, what you got here?
Well, this is quite a unique matchup because, as history says, the Vikings do not do well against the Jets. They've played 12 times, and New York has won 8 of those 12 matchups. But since then, Minnesota's won the last 3. I do not trust the Jets after seeing literally we lost Greg Zuerlein, and he couldn't show up for Aaron Rodgers. That was very disappointing.
He said, "We don't know that fool."
Yes, Minnesota, Sam Darnold, I feel like he's finding himself with this team, and he's got a lot of good chemistry with this offensive line. I see Minnesota winning this game 34-20.
34-20.
Vikings.
I got a feeling Breece Hall can have a good ball game in this ball game just because Aaron Rodgers is going to have to run the ball or he's going to get killed against that Vikings defense. Minnesota's never lost in London. They're undefeated, by the way.
I think Minnesota defense.
But Sam Darnold wasn't the quarterback in London.
Right,
Yep.
but I'm just going to give you that one thing. But Sauce Gardner against Jeddah, that'll be a good one. So we'll see exactly. I think both defenses are going to be pretty tight. But I got the Vikings winning 23-17. It'll be exciting. 23-17. I got the Vikings winning a close game as usual.
Buck, you think Sam Darnold has a better career with Minnesota than Kirk Cousins?
A better career? No, because he's only on a 1-year deal. He could be when they drafted JJ McCarthy, he could be gone after 1 year to another team. But it's hard to say. You know what I mean?
If Minnesota goes all the way through the playoffs, do you think they keep him?
No.
If Minnesota makes the playoffs
and goes all the way to NFC Championship.
Wait a minute. Just like with Case Keenum did the same thing. You gotta remember that Case
That's
Keenum
why I said no.
and they still let Case Keenum walk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right, fair enough.
So I don't, that's a big thing where, it'll come down to, what they want to do with Sam Darnold. They're going to give him a Baker Mayfield kind of deal, 3 years, $100 million, $30 million. That's pretty cheap because you got Jeddah who's making the money over there. He's going to make the money over there. Is Flores going to leave?
I'll give you that.
Flores is a big key to that whole team, really. My number 3 game of the week is Sunday Night Football. We talking about the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dennis.
I would have to say one of the richest rivalries.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the richest rivalries. This rivalry actually built the 70s football and ignited the 80s, I would say.
My first Super Bowl, Cowboys and Steelers. First one I ever remember watching on TV when I was a kid.
Was that the immaculate catch?
That was a Lynn Swan catch.
Okay.
Wow. Hey, what's the D-Man, what's the score of that Miami game anyway? Now listen, this is what I'm gonna say, Buc Flair. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
They're gonna beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. Typical Dallas Cowboys stuff. Beating Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. But it's gonna be real close. 21-20 score.
21-20. Woo. Oh boy, that is a close game. All right, Ron, what you got here?
Fuck that shit. I take him Pittsburgh. Dallas, their defense cannot hold water. They cannot run the ball and they cannot cover nobody. So I take him Pittsburgh. And it might be a blowout in this one.
Oh,
California is beating
I
Miami.
just see 30-17.
30-17. You think Justin Fields is gonna put up 30 points on them boys, huh?
Yep. And the defense is gonna get 2 interceptions.
Okay. All right, Eric.
This is another, like as Dan said, this is quite the history because the last time that Dallas played in Pittsburgh 8 years ago, 35-30.
Yeah, Ezekiel Elliott took that long ass pass to the crib. And I think Dez Bryant scored a touchdown as well.
This is going to be a very big game, and I chose Dallas. As much as I don't like them, I chose them only because I know they want to really try to stand out in the NFC East, and they really want to make sure that, all the talk is going to be about who in the NFC East is going to represent. It's going to be Philly. It's going to be Dallas. I don't trust Washington. I don't trust New York in the long run. But for this particular game, defensively, Dallas is going to have to step up because they got TJ Watt on the other side of that football. And if Dallas does not protect Dak, TJ Watt's going to be storming through. I think this is going to be a close game. It's going to be cold. I got Dallas in a close one, 30-24.
Ooh, 30-24. And Micah Parsons missing his first game as a Cowboy, I believe.
And the other pass rusher not playing this game either.
He's on IR, I think. He's on Dexter Lawrence or whatever.
Oh, that's huge for Dallas right there.
Yeah. So both of them guys are out. Justin Fields had a game against Dallas one time. He actually played pretty good. But Dak still beat him. I just think the crowd, Sunday Night Football, Pittsburgh, when the whole national media is watching them, for some reason they have an advantage over the Cowboys. Snoop Doggy Dogg gonna be there doing his thing, just like Ludacris was there on Thursday doing his thing in Atlanta and shit. So I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win 27-23. Look for like Ron says, TJ Watt. I think he's going to have a field day against that rookie left tackle they got going there in Dallas or whatever. So I look for Watt to put pressure on him, and I look for Najee Harris. The man disappeared. This is his week.
Yeah,
if he doesn't do anything this week, something's got to give because they didn't sign him to a 5-year extension. So we got to figure this one out here.
This might be the game for him this week, Buc Flair.
It's his last chance. I thought it was going to be last week. The Colts had the worst Russian. The Colts had the worst Russian defense in the league, and he didn't do shit. But that's because Joe Flacco took over.
Right.
Joe Flacco. And this is another reason why I think Steelers have an advantage this game. They got a real test because Joe Flacco is a pocket passer. So now Dak Prescott is a pocket passer too. So now they got a scheme now because they schemed against Anthony Richardson. Now if Dak starts doing his rollout shit, they now can do they got a presence this game. So Pittsburgh's going to win the ball game. I don't think there's no doubt Pittsburgh's going to win the ball game. My number 2 game of the week, of course, we talking about Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans.
Oh,
Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs been talking a lot of shit because he never beat Minnesota. Now he gets a chance to play Buffalo. So, Dennis, how you see this ball game going? Buffalo coming off a loss against Baltimore, really, really bad.
Yeah, they got embarrassed, man. And where they playing
Now
at?
Houston,
They're playing in Houston.
To me, Houston still ain't played a complete game at all.
Right.
Period.
They're not playing at that level like they was last year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Ricky. I said Dak can scramble as well, but I'm just saying more than likely with Mike McCarthy, he'd rather have him in the pocket than running.
Right.
All right, Dennis. I'll put you on the spot here. If you get to go first, Houston and Buffalo.
Shit. I'm gonna take the Bills. I'm gonna give the Bills a chance. They got embarrassed. They got downright embarrassed. They're not gonna lose 2 weeks in a row. No, they're not. They got embarrassed. It was embarrassing to watch. They're not gonna lose 2 weeks in a row. I'm going with the Bills, but it's gonna be tight. I'm gonna say 27-24 Buffalo.
27-24. He's taking Buffalo. Deadeye, what you got on this game? You got any stats that are interesting?
Statistically, the game last week was one of the worst that was of all season. Secondly, this is, I think, a good chance for.
What the fuck?
I said one of their worst all season.
Talking about Buffalo game.
The season just started, but we only on week 5.
I know.
That's why I'm saying it's all season, like we on week 10 or some shit.
Anyways, I think this is a good chance for Buffalo to bounce back after that dismal performance. And I had picked Buffalo to beat Baltimore, and they let me down.
I did.
And I don't think Buffalo, like Dennis said, wants to go 0-2 back-to-back weeks playing the way they did in Baltimore. I think they have a solid week. I think Josh Allen gets back to what he knows how to do. I think Buffalo wins this game 35-17.
Buffalo 35-17. I'm going to give you a little stat because you didn't have a little stat. Okay, Ryan, what you got?
I'm going with Dennis. Buffalo.
You going Buffalo too?
Yeah. Diggs don't show up when the bright lights on the most. He don't show up. So that's one of the reasons I think Buffalo got rid of him. So
okay. All right. I think, and this is what people are going to realize. I think Houston played poorly last week because they knew Buffalo was coming this week. They was overlooking that Jacksonville game last week. And I think they got Buffalo. I think they more focused this game than anything because this is the game that can break tiebreakers when it comes to home field advantage in the league. And they at home. And the last time Buffalo and Houston played, you know, Buffalo beat them 40-0.
I thought you were referring to the game in Houston in which Buffalo had a 19-point lead and lost in the playoffs.
Let me ask you this.
But the last time Buffalo won in Houston in 2006, it's been that long since they won in Houston. So anyway, I am long wolfing this shit. Oh, I am taking the Texans. I'm taking the Texans to win. Shout out to Nico Collins. I love him in fantasy. He's one of my favorite fantasy players now. 31.
Ethan Tweedy, if you're watching, I hope you heard what Buc Flair just said.
31-24. I am taking the Texans to win over the Buffalo Bills, 31-24. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. We keep watching Josh Allen play, but this could be the week that he throws 2 picks this week.
Ooh.
He been playing pretty good lately, not forcing the ball in there, not having turnovers. But anyway, somebody just asked the Tennessee Vols win tonight. You know who that is. But anyway,
that's AD. I want y'all to see this because when I get him back, I don't want to be like, "Why are you so harsh on me?" Oh no. This is why.
Hey Dennis, we'll get him back during wrestling trivia. I promise.
No. I'm gonna get him back before that. No. There's a long season coming up. I'm getting back before that.
All
right. So this is my number 1 game of the week this week. And we are talking about the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ravens are 2-2.
You had that as the number 1 game.
Ravens are 2-2. The Bengals are 1-3. Joe Burrow has a history. He does really good against Baltimore, and Lamar has a good history doing good against Cincinnati. So this is like a big rivalry here anyway. It doesn't surprise me if one team wins or another. This is BJ's team. But one thing Baltimore has this year is they do have Derrick Henry. And one thing I've noticed about the Bengals defense this year is that they have a hard time. Dennis loves the defensive coordinator, but they have a hard time adjusting to games this season when a quarterback can run and get outside the pocket. So, Dennis, I'm not going to start with you this game because I know how you are associated with BJ. So, Deadeye, I'm going to let you start and give us your opinion on this Ravens-Bengals matchup in Cincinnati, I might add.
Yeah, it's Baltimore's no stranger to Cincy. Last time they played in Cincinnati, they won 27-24. In fact, the last time playoff-wise, if you guys remember correctly, AFC wildcard game, Cincinnati beat Baltimore in Cincinnati.
Playoff.
So Cincy's no stranger to Baltimore. These two teams know each other. But key difference here is not only do you have Lamar Jackson who can run the ball, Derrick Henry, big, strong running back, going up against, Cincy. I'm not a fan of Cincy because we've all known for the last few years their offensive line is terrible when it comes to protecting Joe Burrow. They cannot let him live on that, line. He is just made to be sacked. They don't care. Baltimore is going to exploit that. I'm betting now they're going to have at least 3 to 5 sacks on Cincinnati. I've got Baltimore blowing out Cincinnati 35-10.
35-10 in a blowout. I should have let Dennis go first. All right, Ron. What you got here?
I got that Cincinnati offensive line. I don't know which one was it, the Rams or Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
But I gotta go with Baltimore.
Okay.
Devin Henry finna have a field day tomorrow. 2 touchdowns, $150.
Okay.
Let me see. 30-17.
30-17. He's taking Baltimore to win too as well. Dennis, what you got here?
I'm taking Baltimore. I don't believe in the Bengals because they don't want to pay nobody. And that's why they don't look like us, because they don't want to pay nobody. So, I'm taking Baltimore to win this game. They're going to run the ball right down their throats. I'm going to say high-scoring game of the night, 35-28.
35-28 in the high-scoring game of the night.
Yeah,
I love me some Joe Burrow. I don't love him that much.
Nope.
He lost his right. He lost his right tackle, Trent Brown.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. What else he lose? Come on, man. Everybody lost something.
Yeah, he lost his right tackle. Eric made a great comment when he said they got to keep him. They got to keep him up. They got to keep him upright or whatever. I'm interested in seeing this ball game how Kyle Hamilton plays Jamar Chase and T. Higgins coming at him. If you look at Baltimore, the one thing that's kind of scary is that they choked against the Raiders. And then they beat Dallas, but Dallas was throwing that ball on their asses and shit. But then you got to think about they lost to the Chiefs on that last play or whatever. And they beat Buffalo, and who else have they beat?
That it. They beat Dallas. They beat
Buffalo and Dallas. That's right. They beat Buffalo and Dallas. So Cincinnati, this is in my opinion, this is a must win for Cincinnati. It's a must. This is a must win because I just think Cincinnati's going to beat them. I think they're going to beat them. I think I still have questions about Baltimore's offensive coach not getting the ball to Zay Flowers this season for some reason. And Mark Andrews is not Mark Andrews like we've known Mark Andrews to do.
Right.
So I will say Cincinnati is old on that defensive line. They don't have their defensive tackle, but Trey Hendrickson is going to play. But I think this comes down to mistakes. And I think Joe Burrow will make less mistakes than Lamar. I think it'll be a good game to watch. And I say Cincinnati wins this thing 31-24 over Baltimore. Cincinnati 31-24. And let me tell you something. If Baltimore wins, I'm not going to be surprised. But I just got a feeling that Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and I like this tight end they got. They've been hiding this tight end. They got a tight end over there in Cincinnati, rookie out of Iowa named Alt. I watched him play. Against that Washington game on Monday Night Football. That guy's got some talent. We might be seeing a lot about this Alt guy at tight end for Cincinnati. So, and I still got to wait and see how that Ravens defense is going to do because I know they got Roquan Smith, but they lost Patrick Queen, the heart and soul of that defense, in my opinion. They heart and soul of that defense. But Nate Wiggins did come back. But like I said, Buffalo ain't got no wide receivers. They ain't got no wide receivers.
They got Coleman?
He ain't do shit. Dennis knows it. He's got him in fantasy. He didn't do shit. You know?
Let me just say this. Eric, now this was written to you. I know it looks a little weird, but I'm going to tell you what he was trying to say. He said, if you want the network to host your show, ask me for a referral, you'll get 20% off.
I will keep that in mind. And actually, may I make an announcement before we end the show?
No.
Hell no.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Go ahead.
Wrestling trivia will be returning next year.
All right.
Well, anyway, I think we're going to have a great week of football or a great weekend of football, especially on Sunday. I can't say much about Monday watching the Saints and the Chiefs. That's like Bounty Gate. That's like Bounty Gate versus the referees and shit to me. That's going to be a tough one. I hope Chiefs do win because of the division. Dennis Allen then will fall to 2-3 after starting off, and people was crowning them champions after beating everybody 40-something to 10 and all that kind of bullshit. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on Monday night. But Dennis, this college football thing is crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. California looks like they're gonna knock out Miami too as well. So
right. So
wait, are they playing at Cal or at Miami?
At Cal. At Cal.
Everybody getting sick of that. So we might be out of the top 10.
Yeah, it's 35-10 with 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
I don't know how it might go. We might get knocked out of the top 10. I don't know.
Y'all might be in the 30s.
I think Clemson get ready to come back in the top 10. Y'all doubted Clemson. But Clemson get ready to come back in the top 10.
Michigan
about no damn Clemson.
lost. Oh my gosh.
We only team that played Georgia at halftime. We should have won that game, but that quarterback just needed some. He ain't the answer right now, but he's getting his game back. He's getting his game back.
Really,
running back. I still like the running back for Clemson.
Really, Buc Flair. Come on now.
Y'all lost to Alabama, who just got beat by Vanderbilt. Come on now.
Hey, it happened, Flair. You can't be a player all year.
So wait. Before we leave the show, you think Alabama gonna get knocked out of the top 10?
They have to win out.
No, they're not gonna get knocked out of the top 10.
I'm talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about for tomorrow. No. I think the AP pool come out tomorrow, Monday.
Because look at all the teams that lost this tonight. Missouri lost. Miami lost. Tennessee lost.
USC lost. Michigan lost.
Michigan lost. Shit. It could be down to Texas and Georgia. They could be sitting there like
Texas and Ohio State will get the number 1 spot.
Well, Texas probably be number 1. Ohio State be number 2.
Right.
Where they put Bama
Bama probably fall to they'll probably fall like 5 or 6, maybe. I don't know.
They ain't falling no 5 or 6 for that devastating loss. No 5 or 6.
Well, I mean, I don't know who's.
If they fall to 5 or 6, then we should still be in the top 10. Then.
Yeah.
Tennessee might still be in the top 10. How bad y'all lose by?
Lost by 5 points.
Oh, see there, it was close. You didn't lose like Missouri. Missouri got beat like crazy against Texas A&M.
No, do you want to know how sad this was that Vandy beat Alabama? Do you have any idea how sad this was?
I think Texas will still be number 1, even though they didn't play this week.
Okay, right, final. Before I reveal this, top 4 final prediction: Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas. Fair enough?
No, it's not Georgia. Georgia lost.
Okay. By the end of the season.
And Alabama lost.
Okay, so Ohio State and Texas definitely can be 1 and 2, correct?
Right.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Georgia lost again? Georgia lost again?
They lost. They lost. If you got one loss, I don't think you're gonna be in the top 5.
So you're gonna say that some teams are gonna have to remain undefeated all the way to the end.
Wait a minute. Didn't Georgia lose to Kentucky too?
No, they almost lost to Kentucky.
Okay, so Kentucky beat Mississippi then.
Right.
Yeah, Ole Miss. Yeah, Ole Miss.
Yeah, they beat Ole Miss. So Ole Miss lost 2 this week. So basically, all the
teams Ole Miss won today. Today they won, but they lost last week.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I'd have to research to see who actually how they had the rankings to see if anybody's even going to move up over Alabama, because that big win over Georgia, that's what is going to keep them that's going to keep them over Georgia no matter what.
But we're going to see them again. Trust me.
I apologize now. This is one of the craziest stats I've ever seen. Minus the games that Alabama vacated to Vanderbilt and the game that they forfeited in 1993, the last time Vanderbilt beat Alabama was 40 years ago.
Wow.
That's their first actual legit win in 40 years.
Yeah, and they took the
last win, that 1984.
They took the goalpost down for that. They got that
in Alabama.
The last time they won, you had hair, huh?
Well, this is what they're saying. This is what they're saying right now. The top 5 teams will be come Monday. They're saying Texas will be 1, Ohio State will be 2, Oregon will be 3,
okay,
Georgia will be 4, and Penn State will be 5. In Alabama,
they're really dropping Bama.
And Alabama will be 6. Alabama
ain't that far off of a drop. That's a guy drop.
But to go from number 1 outside of the college football playoffs, they're gonna have to win.
No, they're not outside the college football.
They're not outside the playoffs.
No, there's 12 teams. 12 teams make the playoffs.
I thought they were doing.
You got to lose.
Okay.
You got to lose 3 times to not make it in the playoffs.
But
do you guys
Texas
see
A&M, Texas A&M with that big win over Missouri? They're probably going to jump into the top 10, and then you still got Notre Dame and LSU getting up there in the top 2 as well. Clemson going to get up there in that division. Tennessee probably going to drop down to about number 12. They're saying they're going to be right there holding on to that last playoff spot.
No, they won't get that. If they 12, they won't get that last playoff spot.
What do you mean they 12? They won't get it
because the 12th and 11th go to the other schools, the other divisions.
I thought that was all at-large team. You take four winners from the power conference, and then you got 8 at-large teams.
Right. So they get like that 11, 12 spot. There's only 12 teams going. So if you're in the 12, you got to be in the top 9 and make sure that you make it. That's what I'm basically trying to tell you.
Well, to me, there's only really 6 teams that can win the national championship anyway. I mean, and it's going to be a team from the SEC like it always is because they can't compete. I mean, Texas.
Well, Michigan lost one of last year.
Wait a minute, Texas. I will say this: I've been a big fan of Texas too because I think they can do it because of the experience they got back playing. So I think Texas can win the championship, but I can't see Ohio State doing it. I can't see. It's going to come down to Texas, Georgia, Alabama, and if Clemson somehow can finagle their way in there and they beat up on Florida State, which is not saying much this year, but you know what I mean?
Have you seen Ohio State's schedule?
Wait a minute. A high school football team to be on Florida State.
No, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Let's hear it in the show. Come on, Herbert, say what you got to say.
I got one thing to say though.
Go for it.
We're going into Thursday night football next week. Seattle and San Francisco.
Ooh.
You can still tell me who you don't got to give me a score. You can always change it depending on what might happen with injuries or whatever. But they are playing. They are playing. I think they are playing in Seattle, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
I think they are. Let me make sure to verify that.
I'm gonna take San Fran. They ain't gonna lose 2 in a row. Take San Fran.
You know what?
That's right, because you picked him. He picked Cardinals to beat him.
I feel for you tonight. I'm taking the 49ers.
Right.
Taking the 49ers.
What you got? What you got? I got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go San Fran.
All right now.
Yeah, I'll still go with Richard Sherman on Thursday night football. I'll stick with the Seahawks.
Big game this week for Ohio State, Buck.
Who they play? Michigan?
Nope. Oregon.
Ooh.
In Oregon.
In Oregon.
Yep. They don't have Michigan till the end of the season, and it's at Ohio
I know
State.
it. I know that, goddammit. I'm just fucking with you. Because when you say big game, that's about the only big game Ohio State looks at every year is Ohio State, Michigan, because Michigan's had their number. Ohio State had them for so many years. It was like so much bullshit how many times Ohio State had beat Michigan, and Michigan's had their number like the last couple of years with Harbaugh. So, yeah.
That's the only other big matchup they have outside of Michigan and Oregon is they got Penn State, and that's it. Oh, Indiana, but I'm not really worried about Indiana. No offense.
Well, no, I'm just saying Indiana's a pretty interesting team. They can put points on the board.
It's weird. I find that Indiana's always done better sometimes with basketball than they have with football. Especially because they had Bob Knight for so many years.
Well, I'm just saying Indiana's never been known for football anyway, period.
No, you're not wrong.
Period.
No, you're not wrong.
Period. I mean,
God bless all the people in Indiana. My mom's best friend lives in Indiana. I'm taking nothing away from them.
Yeah, Antoine Randall was probably the best thing they ever did when they beat Michigan, and then they had the kid that was a good wide receiver. I can't remember his name, but yeah, they beat Michigan. But Purdue's always been the team to beat in Indiana. They've always Drew Brees days back when he was with Purdue.
Yeah, before he was with the Chargers and then went to New Orleans.
Yes, sir. All righty, Dennis. I think Dennis is at the end of the show.
No, we're still live.